Daniel Eduardo Ruiz was born in Puerto Rico and studies poetry at the Michener Center for Writers. A former Fulbright Scholar, his poems can be found in New Ohio Review, Juked, the Journal, and elsewhere. Please join me in welcoming Daniel. Daniel.
How you guys doing? Can you hear me? Cool. All right, I got 4 poems. All right, I got this. First one, intruder alert. Migrantness as a high beam highway, you, a headache, hibernate until your master's forehead cracks open its frozen lake. Your mind, 2 nights jousting with narwhal tusks. Your heart, an octopus eats its heart when it starts to die. Thinking can caress or corrupt an idea. It's like listening to someone say, guess what, before every sentence, and every sentence you're wrong. So this next one is by far the longest, so feel free to drift. Yeah. All right. It's called There's No Such Thing as Flight. At least not Superman style, pointing a finger then floating after it, his abs and muscles, useless missiles against ghosts. We pretend the end is behind us or ahead, but never around, where the ether hardens to a crumble and 10 billion steps turn grass to gravel. Salt statues melt into a boiling ocean, steam triggering sweat under the wing pits of seagulls, forced to squint at upturned fish. Take a look at any bird in flight. Use binoculars, or whatever the English word for catalejo is. Zero in on its face and bam, panic as a pregnant woman whose water broke on the highway. You try flapping your arms and getting anywhere, or rubbing your temples like Aladdin's lamp. Meanwhile, someone you're thinking about fondly rolls their eyes at you, and a hummingbird's heart skips 1,500 beats. We think the sky, like the ocean over the scalp of sand, weighs down to earth, that just by standing we can touch both, that just by thinking we can levitate. But I don't want to relinquish myself to some mystical energy which cuts through denial, the 10,000-layer cake, then lifts me like an arrow into some bushes. Ever hold a beach ball underwater? It tips you over, then blasts off to break the surface. So I must overthrow the government of my thoughts. Now that the living outnumber the dead, it's time we wage war on what withers our well-being. One day we'll raise the ocean floor, explore the cerebellum of sand. But today I test my courage by digging through ozones of water, sifting through hairstyles of garbage and carcasses, deep deserts where sand is usurped by volcanic rock. I lied. The dead outnumber the living 15-1. In my flashlight, the ocean floor is a mausoleum of clean bones. For centuries, they hovered in a hydro abyss, but now that the light has reached them, they're beginning to float back up, so we don't have much time. If you write in pencil, I'm sorry for your self-esteem. If you write in pen, what, you never fuck up? If you type, you miss out on the hyperphysical simulacra of your name running through your preferred writing wand like spit through a syringe onto the paper. I guess to write at all is to fail, some would say, but not someone for whom writing is a pleasure. Catalejo means spyglass in English. It's a kaleidoscope's dream to become one. Look through its lens, and you may illuminate the spider string tied to every object. Or you may opt for the direct route, which is the more painful, because the road forks open, but no matter which trail you take, you return to that divergence, only to learn you are the infinitesimal dot that closes the loop. All right. 2 more. With me? Yeah. All right, cool. All right, this one is called Reincarnation. All right, Reincarnation. Riptide aches the moon's ankles. Mahi massage them into a whirlpool out of which a shipwreck rises. On tiptoe, I see you on tiptoe, balancing on the snap mast like a tightrope walker. Now, from the shore, like a tightrope walker balancing on a snap mast on tiptoe, I see you writhing over the shipwreck's whirlpool, reading the message written in floating Mahi bodies. Don't make me repeat myself. All right. Last one. Cool. All right, it's called Dictionary of Colors. You might as well say you're feeling red instead of angry, blue instead of blue, orange instead of asinine, because sometimes you speak about the earth like it began as a white spherical canvas, a volleyball terrain sprouted from like a marble with spiky hair. God might be alive in every automatic door, his stomach the doormat, the door lock his septum. Does he live inside or outside existence? And does his absence bore you like art that overuses silence? cherishes voicelessness? Don't you dare deny the sapient impulse for goof. You want to poke the balloon, time travel to learn the ancient Greeks weren't better or worse than we are now. Their gods just as invisible and active, their athletes as unattainably chiseled. Sorry. Infidelity, like a paperclip, perpetually growing and unbending, the spine of history's spine. Fine. Jade the surprise. You say expect the unexpected. I say you first.